yo, who here on YouTube came to see the NCP, the All Black Express? Survey says one more for the good guys. Let's get into it. Alright, but first and foremost, we gotta cover the Hall of Fame. Alright, these three ladies deserve to be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. And is it weird that I have more respect for TNA's Hall of Fame than WWE's? I'm just saying. But first we see Gabby Laspisa. I think that's how you say your name. I apologize if I fuck it up. Open up the show, and I gotta say, she looked absolutely fantastic in that dress. Alright? You know, she introduces Tracy Brooks, who is Frankie Kazarian's wife. Good to see Tracy Brooks. She came out, did her thing, and then with the video package for the beautiful people. Alright, and I'm not gonna lie, I popped when I see Awesome Kong and SoCal Val. I mean, I haven't seen these people in ages. It's been a hot minute since I've seen these two. So I was like, oh shit. Like, these are like going back to the glory days of the Knockouts division, alright? That prime era from like 08 to like, or really like 07 to like 2012, I'd say 2013, around that time frame. Yeah, top tier. Excellent. Some other appearances that we've seen were like from Rosemary, Jordan Grace, ODB. You know, always good to see her. Alright, the narration was fantastic. Wasn't the OG narrator from TNA's Cross the Line, because he passed away, rest in peace, but it was good. There is nobody more beautiful than the beautiful people. Superb. Tommy Dreamer, Jazz, and Stoneface Silva comes out, right? Tommy Dreamer was like, I'm only out here because we can't get Billy Gunn because he's with the other company. Alright, and fast forward, I'm like, I don't give a shit about Tommy Dreamer. Alright, like, look at this picture right here. You know, beautiful people come out, and this tells you all you need to know about Tommy Dreamer and why I never liked him. Alright, this is the same dude that drank Undertaker's spit live on TV. I'm good. Never cared for him, never will. Alright, the beautiful people come out, they look damn near the same like they did back in like 09, which is crazy. Right, I know Angelina Love at one point, she looks super skinny. Alright, but she looks good. You know, and Velvet Sky, she looks good as well. Alright, and I'm not gonna go through the whole speech. I know if you're on the YouTube comment section, right, you're looking at the chat, these people, they're like, oh my god, she gonna keep talking? Like, Angelina Love just loves to talk, doesn't she? I'm like, ain't no way you're complaining about Angelina Love talking for like what, like maybe 10 minutes, if that, you know, as compared to Triple H, who's up there in that fucking podium for like what, over an hour and a half? That's like, it's a damn near feature-length movie. Like, what could you possibly talk about for an hour and a half? You know, damn it was like, I don't know, it was like over like, that'd be like what, an hour, like 44 minutes or some shit. I don't remember the exact time, but that's ridiculous to be up there that fucking long, boasting about all your accolades and accomplishments, man. Get the fuck out of here. Petty as shit, man. Like, that chat is such AIDS. But I will say, probably my favorite match or feud with the beautiful people was their feud against Tara. She first came in, aka Victoria, where like their match, it was like beautiful people versus Tara and Awesome Kong. And now they had another match with was Tara Wilde and Roxy. That was back with when Billy Gunn was there, when he was like their like fucking makeup, like they're like fucking makeup artists or whatever, right? You know, that I damn near forgot about that shit. I'm like, man, I was like, is Billy Gunn in the Hall of Fame? Like, I don't remember if VKM is in there or not, but if not, he should be. You know, at least get a solo induction at some point. You know what I mean? While he's still here. Some say these two have the greatest entrance in pro wrestling. Now, Melina can give them a run for their money, but they're up there, for sure. They're up there. Their theme song, terrific. Del Oliver is a fucking brilliant genius, right? Like, created some bangers for TNA. But yeah, go check out their speech on YouTube. I can't do it justice. Alright, and for the one time, for both Velvet and Angelina,
think it's time to let the pigeons loose.
Right? For the one time, alright? And, before I forget, I don't recall Master Rain being there. Right? I know she was an integral part later on for Beautiful People, even though I don't care for Master Rain. I never liked her. I gotta be honest, alright? I'm not gonna hold you. She did nothing for me. Didn't really care when she took over, basically, for Beautiful People. She was like a leader, and they brought in Lacey Von Erich, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, this ain't the same. Like, where's Angelina? Where's Velvet Sky? Alright? You can't have Beautiful People without the Beautiful People, you know what I mean? It doesn't work. But I digress. You know, it was a good speech, good to see them. He looked fantastic. Alright? And hell, they look like they could come back for another run. Like, I'll be all for Beautiful People versus The Inspiration. You know what I mean? Why not? Fuck it. You know what I mean? But moving on, we get Tara coming out. You know, always good to see her. Why they brought her out with her full name. I'm like, why not call her Tara? Because that's her name in TNA. I don't know. And you can obviously tell she aged. You know, she's like 54, but she still looks good, right? She said her piece about Mickie James because she's like best friends with her, right? Mickie James comes out, this hardcore country. Had a video package, pretty much all team faces from Beautiful People came through. Plus, her husband, Nick Aldis, said a few things, right? Shaggy's speech, again, go check it out on YouTube. I'm not going to be able to do it justice, but I will say, it's kind of crazy how underrated Mickie James is. Both Mickie and Tara, but especially Mickie. So I remember, right, you know, Bleacher Report, they're at their little 25 greatest WWE female superstars, right? And Mickie was like, what, like 16, 17 or some shit? I'm like, how the fuck is she not in the top 10? Like, minimum. Like, for accomplishments? Come on, man. That's so disrespectful. Piggy James. You know, call this woman Piggy James? That's so disrespectful, man. Like, yeah, Mickie doesn't get the respect she deserves, and it's a damn shame. And that's the one thing I will always respect about TNA, how they bring in underutilized talents from WWE, and they bring them in and showcase their full potential. We see the full wrestling prowess from Mickie James. Matches with Serena back in like 2013, a technical banger that was underrated. Her match with Deonna Purrazzo, you know, I enjoyed that feud. Her match with, was it Mia Yim, aka Jade? Remember Jade? Remember when Mia Yim was taken seriously here in TNA, a former TNA Knockout champion? Man, leaves the WWE, doesn't do fuck all. In her 3 years, or more than what, 3 going on 4 years since she signed with WWE, has done fuck all. It's sad. And then you watch this match with her against Mickie James, banger. What spot the match was when Mickie gave her the real KOD on the top rope. You know, if you know, you know. And her steel cage match with Master Rain at, was it Lockdown? I forgot what year it was, but good feud. Yeah, good chemistry between those two. Yeah, some good matches together. So all in all, this hardcore country is one of the greatest to ever do it. She's underrated. You know, at least here at TNA, they're giving her the respect that she deserves. Because the whole crowd was chanting, you deserve it for all 3 of these ladies. Because they do. They do deserve it. Alright? I know some people are bitching like, why is it all women? Like, imagine bitching about something so trivial. Like, who gives a fuck? They deserve it. Alright? I mean, are there people who probably should be in there before them? Yes. But at least it's not as abysmal as WWE's, where we see Stephanie McMahon get in for a solo induction for China. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I might still do a video on that if I have no time. Because I know I was sick for like, several days. But I digress. Go check it out on YouTube. You know, it was a good Hall of Fame. I enjoyed it. Alright. Then we move on. Get the first match here in the pre-show. Alright, got the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand for the Knockouts title. It's obvious the Elegance brand ain't going over, but Ash by Elegance ain't coming back no time soon. Alright, so it's done. So they gotta find something to do for both Heather and Maggie, split them up, go their separate ways, you know what I mean? That's all they could do, really. I mean, you can't have the Elegance brand without Ash. You know what I mean? She was the main catalyst for that group. You know what I mean? The glue, the foundation for it. Without the foundation, you got nothing. Right? Fast forward to the finish. Inspiration hits the Idolizer on Maggie for the 1, 2, 3. And still TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration. Alright. Decent match what it was. And now it's time to move on to the main card. First match of the night for the international title. You got Steve Maclin going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed international champion King Cass Killer Cass, aka Frankie Kazarian. Decent match up until the finish. Alright, Cass talking Cash Money shit to Mama Mac out there, talking about your son sucks. Your son absolutely sucks. Nobody likes him. Right, Mama Mac, she ain't no punk bitch. Tell him Cass to go fuck off, right? Fast forward to the finish. Mac hits the KIA to King Cass for the 1, 2, and 3. And new international champion Steve Maclin. I'm just like, why? Why? Why did he keep treating King Cass like this, man? One of your best talents on your roster, and you're making him look like an absolute goof. I don't get it. I don't understand it. King Cass deserves better. I'm just saying. Alright? Then go backstage with the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, which to whoop that Trick Williams, and some dude who looks like Zoolander, I don't know his name, don't care. Where Trick says, Santana, you think you're the man around here, but the man is the man holding the gold, and that's me. The man carrying 2 brands, NXT, TNA, the man that everybody came to see, that's Trick Williams. Yeah, you got family, I got family too. And see, the difference between you and me is that you don't understand the pressure of being champion, being the face of the company. And that's why TNA and NXT put their money behind Trick Williams. Let's talk about it. Moving on to the next match, you got Gia Miller making her in-ring debut here in TNA. And I do know she is a wrestler, but I think this is her first match here in TNA, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me know. But she's going up against, do you smell what the chin is cooking? The chin says, know your damn role. Know your role. Tessa Blanchard, aka the Chin, aka Crimson Chin, aka Bitter Chin Music. Alright? I'm not gonna lie, Gia out there looking like Sindel from Mortal Kombat. If you know, you know. Right? She did fairly decent out there. I already knew Tessa ain't losing. She ain't jobbing out to no Gia Miller. Ain't happening. Alright? This is the former TNA World Champion, for fuck's sake. Gia beats her, she might as well go after the Knockouts title. That's how I look at it, you know what I mean? We fast forward to the finish, right? Tessa gets a sack of quarters she got from the laundromat, goes right upside Gia's head for the 1, 2, 3. Tessa Blanchard goes over. Alright? We then move on to the Car Shock Gauntlet match, right? And I'll go through all the participants for the match. Start off with Lady Lee, her gorgeous self. Then we got Bar Sade, her gorgeous self. Let me tell you about Sade, right? They're putting more emphasis and more attention on her than he ever did in NXT. I'm just saying. Next is Nick Nemeth's brother, followed by Nick Nemeth. Then we get, it goes by the name of Pride, Cedric Alexander. Then we get Rich Homie Swan coming through. And then we get this fake ass Team New Suge Knight looking ass motherfucker right here, AJ No Styles. And I say that because this bald bastard comes in and eliminates both Lightning Lee and Marsade. I'm like, and Rich Homie Swan. I'm like, get this motherfucker right here, man. Damn. Alright. Good heat. He got some good heat behind him, for sure. Next is Jimmy Hopkins from Bully. He comes through. Alright, then we get Mr. BDE. Brandon Does Everything. And I was laughing. I was laughing because someone said, yo, ain't that Jordan from the Bernie Mac show? Whoever said that is fucking stupid. Because he low-key does look like him, I'm not gonna lie. Right, but BDE, he did his thing out there, man. He had a cutter countering the down payment from AJ Not Styles, and then he runs into a nasty, and I do mean a nasty super kick from Nick Nemeth. Took this man out. Next, we get all the Rascals. We got Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, Myron Reed coming through. Then we get Danny Lunar, who finds self. Next, EY. Then we get What's My Name? Something, Jake something. I feel bad for Jake. I'm like, you got this big ass dude, and not doing shit with this dude at all. BDE then gets eliminated by Eric Young, and I was thinking to myself, how hilarious would it be if BDE actually won the gauntlet match? Hilarious. But that didn't happen. Next, we see the returning Rosemary. She comes through, even though it wasn't even the match for that long. And then we get, he's a hometown man. He's a hometown man. And this asshole wants to eliminate Danny Luna. I'm like, man, pack his ass up too, along with AJ Not Styles. Alright, then we get Zach Clayton from the Forget About It. The full-blooded Italians out there with Guido. Good to see him, always. Then we get Jody Threat coming through. And this was hilarious. One of the best moments of the night, because she's running through her entrance, right? And out of nowhere, Kazarian comes through and it takes this woman's head off. Clotheslines the shit out of her, alright? Immediately gets booed, alright? Kazarian, it was Kazarian, AJ, and then another group that got some of the best heat tonight on this show. Santana Morella, he then comes out, he says, what are you going to do with? What the hell was that? Right? Cass is like, I'm leaving here with something. Alright? That's some bullshit, and you know it earlier. Right? He put a Denzel Washington, not Denzel, it's Denzel. That's how you say his name. Denzel Washington, alright? If you know, you know. So he takes out Jody Threat, I don't blame him one bit. They come to find out the next participant is none other than Santana Morella. Alright? And then he unleashes the Cobra onto King Cass. King Cass is dead. That man went to sleep. Santana tries to go in the ring for like, I don't know the exact time, maybe like half a second, maybe like a millisecond, until Nick Nemeth comes through and eliminates him like via Kane did years ago in the Royal Rumble. Was it the Royal Rumble, I believe? Or some Battle Royal, alright? They pretty much imitated that. Santana gets his ass eliminated again, crushing his dreams of ever winning a Battle Royal. The final two participants is Matt Cardona and Mance Warner, looking like a fake-ass team with Jack Skellington. If you know, you know, with all these zombies, like it's 28 years later or some shit, I don't know. 'Tis the season. Worry about get down to the final two, which is King Cass, Nick Nemeth. Alright, they do a double pin. Yes, whoever the final two is, they have a match, right? And whoever goes over wins the gauntlet, right? But they do a double pin. So now, for some reason this year, we have dual winners. Why? I don't know. Some of the booking decisions on this show, man, is just, at least you're scratching your head, like, why? Why? What's the point? Alright, could just gave it to King Cass. I still want to see King Cass as a TNA World Champion. Alright, I wanted to see it. But Nick Nemeth and King Cass were simultaneously the Carter Shot Gauntlet winner. There you go. Moving on to the next match, where you got Indie Wrestling going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Knockouts Champion, Air Jordan, aka No way doesn't like Kalani Jordan. And here's the problem with this match, alright? I try to make it seem like Indy was the equivalent or could hold her own against Air Jordan, Kalani, which is not the case, alright? Indy Hartwell is nowhere near as athletic as Kalani Jordan, alright? It was evident in this match, alright? She was struggling to keep up with Kalani Jordan, alright? The only one that I could see hold her own is Soruka, so far. I mean, Kalani Jordan is one of the most athletic chicks, in both companies, right? Let's not get it twisted. What they should have did, in my non-expert opinion, is power versus speed. All right, you got Indy, she has a size advantage, so you tell a story of her outpowering Kalani, and then Kalani using her speed and athleticism, her flexibility, to try to get the advantage over Indy. I'm just saying, that match would have been so much better, but what do I know? All right, but we fast forward to the finish, right? Kalani Jordan hits that one-of-a-kind split-legged moonsault to Indy for 1, 2, 3, and still TNA Knockout Champion, Kalani Jordan. I'm not going to hold you, all right? I did not believe for 1 second Kalani was going to retain here. Like, they flew in Indy's family all the way from Australia for this moment. Just to see her lose. That's tough. I'm not going to hold you. That's tough. Alright? But hey, I'm happy. I'm happy Kalani's still champion. Alright? Like, I would have been fine either way. To be honest. Right? I'm not mad Jordan's still champion, and I would have been fine if Indy would have won here. Now she suffered her first loss at the hands of Kalani Jordan. Right? We then go backstage with King Cass and Nick Nemeth and Nick Nemeth's brother. King Cass is like, you're looking at a back-to-back hardest shot gauntlet winner, and here you are still in my spotlight. And then Nick was like, whoa, listen, Frankie, like, normally I like you. I know your credentials, all right? But I'm a former TNA World Champion, and you never, ever have been a champion your damn self, so why should I listen to you? Right? Cass was like, oh yeah? Well, maybe after the end tonight, you're looking at a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Right? So that happened here. We move on to the next match, tag team match. We got the System versus Order 4. Right? Another good match with the Raw team going over. This was the best spot in the match right here. You got Big Cass Sr., aka Agent Zero. He choke bombs the shit out of Alicia Edwards. And the whole crowd was like, yo. The crowd was great here and over there in Boston. Right? I believe they're at Boston, right? Massachusetts, right? They were great on this show, right? Because that was a nasty spot. That shit looked absolutely agonizing. Fast forward, Ali sprinkled some more thumbtacks on top of Alicia Edwards, try to go for that 450 sweet. Misses. Alright, and then here comes Eddie Edwards with the barbed wire. It's the Boston Knee Party for the 1, 2, 3. The System goes over, and I'm just like, why? Again, why? I don't like Ali jobbing twice this week. He lost a showdown against All Ego Ethan Page, and here he is losing with his entire crew, even with that big mofo, Big Cass Sr., aka Agent Zero, looking like an absolute beast, the MVP in that match, and they still lost. I'm just wondering to myself, I'm like, what is Delirious? What is he doing back there? Like, why? Why? I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. Alright, but we move on to the match of the night right here. The match that a lot of people were highly anticipating. Alright, we got the young OG J. Vaughn Evans versus the youngest in charge, the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA X Division champion, Leon Yagetme Slater. Alright, let me tell you, this match was superb. From start and not the finish. That finish was fucking horrendous. But we'll get to it here in a little bit. But I can't do it justice of how good this fucking match was. It exceeded expectations. 110%. The crowd was on their feet for this fucking match. Because apparently there's like a 20-minute time limit for the match. They exceeded the time limit, so Team Morella, he comes out, he says, no, that's not how we're gonna do things here. We're gonna give them 5 more minutes, right? She gives them 5 more minutes, right? You know, and they're doing their thing, killing it. You know, the crowd, they're like fucking, like they can't be any more invested than they already are. All right, they want to know who the fuck is gonna win, because it's 50-50 at this point, right? Just for Dark State to come through and fuck things up. And the heat these guys got was tremendous. You talking about some go away heat? Like, I don't know the crowd chanting, but they were fucking pissed. As was I, because I'm like,
who is booking this crap?
Why? This was the biggest. Why? Oh, we couldn't just get a clean finish. Alright, this arguably could have been the best match of the fucking year. Ruined it. And for what? To get some heat on the State of Darkness. Well, congratulations. It worked. But at what cost? Alright? I don't know, man. Something to... So, I don't know, man. What a letdown. You know what I mean? But I mean, the match itself was still fantastic. If anything, like, watch the Hall of Fame in this match right here. Even the Order 4 versus the System. You know, I recommend that match too. But yeah, moving on. We get the tag team match. The was a tables match. All right. You got the watch out. Dudley Boys coming through for one last time, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT and TNA Tag Team Champions. Both belts are on the line here. The Hardys. Alright? And I'm not going to hold you. I did not get into this match. Alright? The crowd is bullshitting, talking about, you still got it. Like, no, they don't. No, they don't. You can tell they are in fucking pain. Bones looking more stiffer than an apple pie moonshine whiskey. Alright? It ain't looking good. I mean, like, they were still in, like, fairly good shape, but you could tell, like, yeah, they're like, this is it. Alright? We're done after this. Alright? Fast forward to the finish. The Hardys kick kind of like a double Uranagi to Bubba Ray through her table, or Bully Ray, I should say, for the 1, 2, 3, and TNA and NXT Tag Team Champions, the Hardys. Afterwards, the Dudleys took off their boots, handed it to the Hardys, talking about, we're done. This is it, man. You guys are the GOATs. Alright? We both hugged each other, embraced each other, you know. This is it. This is the last time we're going to see the Dudleys versus the Hardys. Right? I know people were talking about, where's Edge and Christian when you need them? Well, they're in the other company. You know what I mean? So, I doubt we're going to see Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys one last time. This is it. So, big ups to the Dudley Boys. Right? They went out there, did their thing. You know, they are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And they're easily top 3, if not top 5, you know, off rip. I mean, they're not my favorites by any means, but their credentials alone solidifies them in that top spot. You know, if not number 1. I know a lot of people feel that they are number 1. And when I do my favorite tag teams video, I'll tell you who's on my top 5 list. Alright, but that's for another day. Alright, but we move on to the main event.
Are you ready for the main event?
Alright, and that's for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Alright, you got the illest from the Boogie Down Bronx himself, Mike Santana, coming out with K-Dog, Conan, and you already knew Mike Santana ain't losing. Conan ain't coming out there for nothing. This old ass was like, yo, it's about to be more serious than a late period. In that little video package that he did for Santana. So you already knew that Santana was going over here, right? Then we see the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Whoop That Trick Williams. Crowd was all singing, whoop that trick, whoop that trick, yeah, whoop that trick, whoop that trick, I like it, yeah, man. Mind you, he's a heel, right? But it's such a good theme song, can't help it, alright? Before the match starts, you see Trick Williams talking that shit. It says, standing at a taller than you, 6'4", talking about a lean, sexy, 250 pounds. We're looking at the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the man that's carrying both the brands here, the man that brought all his asses in these seats, Trick, and then he gets his ass dropped by Santana. Alright, good match. This is one of Trick Williams' best matches in his career. Here's the thing with Trick, right? Like, he doesn't have great matches, but he has good to mid matches. And this is one of his better matches. This was good overall. Alright, you fast forward, Mike Santana's daughter was there ringside, right? Trick was like, that's your daddy? Well, who's that daddy now? You're looking at him. Right, and little Santana smacks the shit at Trick Williams. The crowd popped. We then fast forward to the finish. Mike Santana hits not one, but two spin the block clotheslines onto Trick Williams for the 1, 2, 3. And, no! TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mike Santana. But wait, alright, we get Nick Nemeth coming through trying to cash in their Carter Shot Gauntlet, only for Elias Jarrett coming through, lays his ass out with the guitar of this, alright? When he started doing this, I'm not sure, maybe Jeff Jarrett gave him a blessing, I don't know, alright? And then we see King Cash trying to cash in on himself, want to get his ass dropped with spinning block clothesline, get folded up like a lawn chair, looking like an absolute goof for the second time on this show. Sad. it's just sad the way they're treating King Cash, man. But officially the first time ever here in TNA, the first Puerto Rican born champion here, Mike Santana. Right? Well deserved. It deserves it. Alright, I wonder how Ortiz is feeling. Somebody let me know. Alright, but hey, big ups to Santana, man. This moment, you got it. Put in the work, and I'm happy for him. I know some of y'all on here are not feeling Santana like that, but hey, I ain't got a problem with him. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take Santana over Ricky Saints. That's for damn sure. I'll take Santana over Cody fucking Benchotes. That's for damn sure. I'll take fucking Mike Santana over Seth Cuckold Rollins. That's for damn sure. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But as far as Trick Williams, where's he go from here? I don't know. I don't see him getting called up to the main roster to do fuck all. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him in a tag team with The Miz. Like, I don't want to see that shit, man. I don't have any faith in Triple H. Listen, Trick, I know exactly what we're gonna do. Alright, you're a 2-time NXT champion. You're a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna call you up to Raw. And we're gonna put you in a tag team with the New Day. That's what will happen. I'm telling you right the fuck now, man. But that's it for TNA's Bound for Glory. I enjoyed the pay-per-view overall, but some of the finishes, man, like, first off, King Cash should still be international champion. Like, what the fuck was the point of putting a belt on him just to lose it in his first title defense? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why even put the belt on him? How much better would it have been if he would retain the belt and then did the shit of taking out Jody to fucking try to win the Carter Shot Gauntlet, man? Like, I'm just saying that would have made more sense. You know what I mean? Him, like, being greedy. You know what I mean? Like, he wants it all. Let's be a dual champion. But, what the fuck do I know? Order 4, obviously, you should have won. But, where'd they go from here? I don't know, man. Like, I don't fucking know. I really don't. Maybe TNA does need some new creative because this whole delirious Tommy Dreamer shit ain't working.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yep.
So leave your comments in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. Alright, I know you guys are feeling some type of way about Bound for Glory. Was it better this Summerversary? Let me know. Alright. As far as what's next, bunch of shit, bunch of releases from WWE. Gotta talk about Kota Ibushi. Gotta talk about Santos Escobar getting re-signed. I gotta review the recent New Japan show, because now the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita is the IWGP champion, for what I've heard. I haven't watched the show yet, so I gotta sit down and watch it so I can review it here on the channel. Alright, so I got a lot of shit coming up. Alright, so just stay tuned. Got you guys. Alright, thank you for the people who are still here, especially the people, that there was only one person or one bot that unsubbed. You know what's funny? Is I posted me being sick, and immediately after, they unsubbed. They're like, oh, this nigga weak. This is some pussy shit. Oh, you sick? I don't care, nigga. Keep making videos. Also, hey man, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Keep it moving. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I do appreciate the people who are still here and rock with the channel, supporting, liking, commenting, all that good stuff. Thank you. Alright? But wishing for you guys this time for right now. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect your yours, loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.